Hi guys, welcome everyone. Today we have a special guest, one among the DV lottery winners, Carla. So we are going to interview him to hear his story a little bit and asking some few questions. Welcome Carla to the EBM Scholars.
Thank you very much, EBM. Yes, as EBM has already explained, I am a DV lottery of 2019, and I moved here with my family in November 2019. We moved here in Kansas, and now we are living in Kansas City, Kansas.
Yeah, so we have a lot of questions. Let me start very straight to number one question. What was your, I know the excitement of knowing that your family is among the winners. First of all, is green card lottery real or is something fake? Because some people are still fearing, oh, this is a fake, people don't win. Can you say something about that?
Actually, yeah, as you have explained already, a lot of people are asking like if these things is real or not real, but actually this is the real thing, and that's why I'm here. So yeah, a lot of people are curious because they get lost in internet, because internet has a lot of things, has a lot of website, but you have to choose the right one. So if you choose the right website for this program, I think you will get to understand, and you have to just read, as you know, you have to be careful in reading the information provided there, so you will get good information to know if it is real or not. But yeah, it is real, and I've been, you know, meeting some few friends who are also green lottery winners.
Yeah. Another question is, what was your interview like? People are some getting scared, but what was your experience? How long was it your interview, and overall, how was the conversation until you were given the visa?
Okay, after winning green card, the next step was to apply for a visa. That means everyone who wants to come to United States, you have to do an interview. They have to know your background, they have to know you before they let you in. So the interview was not that difficult compared to other visas we usually hear about. For example, tourism visa, you know, students visa, you know, it's usually different from this. The reason why, this program is run by a government, so it's within government institutions. So if they choose you, that means everything is run by the government, so there is no private institution associated with. So I think that's why the interview is not that difficult, because anything you write in your application form, it will be anything you can be asked anytime. So it didn't take long. It took like 6 to 7 minutes, kind of. But yeah, it was like just a conversation. They wanted to know how will me and my family be able to afford life in America. How are we going to do, you know, like to cope up with the culture and a lot of things. So it was kind of like conversation.
Was it like, you know, sometimes people get, some people it's the first time to go to the US Embassy, but for your situation, was the conversation threatening, or was just more as a friendly, casual conversation, no more question asking, or was intending for you to not getting the visa like threatening way?
No, actually the interview was very, very friendly. It was like, you know, discussing, having a friendly conversation with someone you know. So there was no strange question, and the good thing, like a guy will be, an interviewer was giving us a room to ask whatever you don't understand. So you can see how flexible it was. So it was flexible. You can ask questions if you don't understand, and they can ask you even to revise. They can ask you even to look on a certain document. For example, I think I just wrote a certain level of education whereby I didn't attach my certificate. So I had to explain that, and it was just easy and it was simple. But the interviewer wanted to know exactly why did I put a certain level of education without supporting documents. So it was a conversation like that.
And another thing which makes people a little bit either to have a very good start or not to have a very good start is where are you going, especially to find a host. And thankful we know each other, and I happen to be your host. If one person has 5 hosts, like options, what things are you going to ask someone to look at? Like, okay, I have 5 options, which one should be my host, comparing the experience we had as you and me?
Yes, for the case of host, I think the thing someone has to consider is legal status of somebody. Some people, they confuse a host like, you know, like a sponsor or someone who is very rich to host you, but it doesn't take that, you know, level. So what is supposed to be done, you have to make sure that your sponsor is living here in America legally. That means someone who has all documents, and especially those people who are working. Working means it's not like being employed, but doing something. You know, whenever they search your host in a system, they will.
You are not to appear to be a criminal guy. Is yes. Your host?
Someone who is paying taxes, someone who is following American policies and rules, government regulation, things like that. So it is easy. So whenever you tell them I will be going to someone, then it will be easy for them to search for the address of your host, and they will find out. So if you put someone you don't know, maybe someone is doing you know, bad thing or is hiding some of the information, then I think it will be difficult for you.
Yeah, that is a very good thing. So another question, what was your experience and your excitement the first day you arrived in the United States of America?
Yeah, I mean, my first excitement was like we was welcomed when we reached at the airport. That, you know, customer service, that handle, like everyone asking like if you need help. That was a first good excitement for me. I mean, I found out that, you know, people here, they are strangers, but they are ready to help. If you want to know about anything, about any information, they can assist you whenever you enter in the United States of America. And you know, when you have a green card in your hand, if you are a green card winner, they will say welcome to America all the time.
Welcome home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Another thing people usually want to know more is about finding a job. Mm-hmm. How do you find a job, especially you are DV lottery winner, you arrive in America? Do you look for the website? Do you go to the local job agents? How does that work? And what type of jobs can you come here from day one? You become a lawyer in America. What is your preparation in mind, and how did you get the job here?
Okay, I think getting jobs here is very, very interesting, because whenever you land in America, every place you go, you will see a certain sign, a certain post saying that we are hiring. So every time you will see this post in the streets, everywhere you go, like we are hiring. Even if you reach at the airport, you will see a lot of signs, we are hiring. So yeah, the first thing and the easiest thing when you reach here in America, getting a job is not that difficult. What you have to do, just use your social medias. For example, you can use Indeed. Some people, they use Indeed. Some people, they use Facebook. In Facebook, there is Facebook jobs, you can find contacts for these recruitment agencies. Some companies, they are able to hire you direct. You just have to follow procedures. Yeah, so in terms of employment procedures, this was different from when I was living in South Korea, because I moved from South Korea to America.
But you are Tanzanian.
Yes.
Yeah, people should not think that you are South Korean, black South Korean.
Yeah, so I mean, concerning experience, for example, in South Korea, you can drop from the airport and the same day you can get a job, whether it is night or morning. You can go anytime you want. But here in America, you have to follow procedures. First of all, you have to you must obtain social security number, which will help you to get, you know, access to working place. That is the first thing. But the second thing, you have to do background check, because for example, here in America, if you are on drugs, there is no way you can be employed. So you have to take a drug test, and they will do a little bit background check within 3 to 4 days. That's where they can just you know, you can now discuss about when are you ready to start your new position.
And what is the average minimum wage, or the general, most of the jobs when you start, how much can you get paid per hour? Okay, so here in America there is a lot of non-career job. Non-career job means whenever you land in America, you have a certain career. It is not that within the first week or within the first month you will be utilizing your, you know, career-wise your skills. No, here they will teach you anything as long as they need you to work with them. So the thing is, there's a lot of, you know, which I call non-career job, because they can hire someone who is from high school. They don't need any, those jobs which does not require any skills. Yeah, here in this state, I think they say this state has, you know, good employment opportunities. So this job starts at least from 16 to 25. Some of other, you know, difficult job, hard jobs like construction, someone can get even paid $30 per hour. So it depends on which one you want. Okay, that's very, very good. If I may ask another question, if someone is still worrying, should I apply green card lottery or should I stop applying for the green card lottery? What do you advise if someone didn't apply, or maybe I didn't have the passport? What do you advise for the next DV lottery application, which will be also in October? I think on a DV lottery application, there should be no any excuse, because the thing is, this is the free program. You don't have to pay anything. What they need is just your information. Just prepare your passport, just prepare any document you have, attach them, do application, and just wait for your luck. Just wait for your chance to come here in America. You have been here in America so far for 1.5 years, going for 2 years now. Do you miss any specific thing, either in Tanzania particular, or because you have been also in Korea for quite some time? Do you have any regret that, oh, better could stay in Korea, or better could stay in Tanzania? Is what you expected or what you are planning to do as your goal? You see currently your life here as a green card holder are able to support those kind of what you are planning to do in the future? I think I don't regret anything, because age is on my side. I don't regret anything. It was my choice and my family. So I think any decision you have to do in life, you have to sacrifice for something. So I think I don't see any regret, because I'm pursuing what I've decided to pursue in this life. I'm trying my level best. There's a lot of opportunities which are open for me. So I'm here to learn, to grow. But yeah, I can't say that I regret by getting this job. Another question usually people ask is about apartment. How do you find apartment? like especially the good neighborhood. So before you answer that one, we are now interviewing you in your neighborhood, in your apartment area. So I want to show people, when we say some of the neighborhood, these are some of the areas. So this is where Carla lives in this apartment. You can be able to see that, yeah, they are very nice apartment, quiet, beautiful, very, very clean. And here there is a small park, there is a barbecue grill there. So it's a very nice area where you can be able to have kids playing around and very safe. How do you get apartment in this kind of neighborhood, for instance, and how much average can it cost, for instance, per month? And if I add on that, in the normal jobs, like someone makes $20 per hour, can he or she manage to live in this kind of neighborhood?
Yes, actually here the procedure is like everything, you have to go through background check. And when you are new in America, here in America there is an important thing which someone must have. It's called a credit card. Everything is like almost, you know, controlled under credit card. So you have to have a good credit card to get a good thing. So before you apply for apartment, they
check your score to see.
They have to check your credit card score to see if you can afford. But again, if you don't have a credit card, the other thing, you must stick on your job. You don't like doing one job, like 1 week, one job, and then every week you have a new job. That is not a good thing. But another thing, they consider a certain amount of payment before they let you in, because they want to be very sure that you will be able to pay bills every month. And the good thing here in America, they don't want you to pay for the whole year. As you make your money every month, you can be able to pay every month. Like different from back home, whenever you get an apartment, they want you to pay 6 months in advance, or they want you to pay 12 months in advance. The good thing here in America, they don't let you pay in a lump sum. They will need you to pay at least every month. So if you show them your paycheck, and that paycheck at least should be at least 1.5 months. Some apartment they do so, but as I told you earlier, you have to stick on your job because they want to see your consistency. It's not like you work 1 week and then you quit, you go to another job. So those are the things they usually consider. Talking about this apartment, yeah, compared to Tanzania and South Korea, it's a bit expensive, but it's also affordable. We pay around $1,200 every month. It is $1,200. That includes every kind of bill. So the basic payment is like $1,000, and then you pay utilities, electricity, and other kind of small stuffs you use in the house. It will be $1,200. So I mean, it is affordable, but as EBM said, you know, it depends on the environment you want to live. For example, we considered here the place is silent, and our daughter's school, you just cross the road. Yeah, so we have
the school is just you can see at the end after this one, that blue at the end, that is the school. Yes. And how much do you pay for school fees for your child to go there in that beautiful?
The good thing here in America, you don't have to pay any amount of school fees. I think until high school, so it's free.
No, until college.
Until college, yeah, until college.
Until you finish high school,
yeah. So it's free from kindergarten to high school. So it's a good thing. We pay taxes, and that's how our taxes are being utilized by the government. So you don't have to worry about anything about school. Yeah,
that's very, very good. Yeah, because my next question was, okay, so what about school? I know your daughter is about to start the school in August, yeah, and I know it's very close by, so you answered that question. Okay. I know people usually have so many questions over and over, but these which have been asked, I can say is mostly frequent asked one. I know maybe if I might ask like the cultural question, for instance, when we come here, usually we have a tendency of converting the money in our head. For instance, let's say you are using Tanzanian shillings or Kenyan shillings or Rwandan franc. So you go to a place and you are supposed to buy maybe coffee or tea. They say it is $2. $2. How many? Like 4,000 Tanzanian shillings? Oh, this amount Kenyan shillings? No, I'm not doing. Did you have that kind of thing of doing some translation in your head a little bit? Then if yes, at what point you'd say, no, this is not helping me because I'm making the money and I live here, so it will be no more expense like any other expense?
I think for me, I didn't find, you know, I was not having a lot of question about payments because as I told you, the experience I had in South Korea was at least a bit, you know, similar to America. But yeah, so when it comes to purchasing stuffs, I don't question that much. The problem or the difference was they don't disclose the full price of products here in America. So they don't include taxes. So whenever they put price tags on products, they don't include taxes. And then you will be surprised when you go to pay on the counter that this product is this amount, but why is it increasing like this? But I don't think that is a big deal. There's no problem with that. But you know, when it comes to changes, yeah, I think whenever I do certain contributions back home, or whenever I send small amount of dollar back home, you know, it's a huge amount of money. So it is where we calculate, you know, the amount, and we try to make a comparison on that.
Another quick question is, if a new person, the V lottery winner, either the 2021, 2022 coming results up, is processing to come to America, what are the most important things you will tell? Don't do this number of things, or make sure that you are aware of these kind of things in order to succeed quicker here in America?
Yeah, here, I mean, there is a lot of opportunities. But the thing you have to avoid is to avoid shortcuts. Just do your things in the right way. Don't hide information, because whenever they find out that you are hiding information or you are telling lies, that will be a big problem on you and you will not be trusted. So those are the things someone has to consider when they come here in America. Just trying to learn culture, trying to cope with the environment. This, you know, this is a free, I can say it's a free world, it's a free nation, because they don't care about your accent, they don't care about your culture, they try to understand it. But you, on your side also, you have to learn and try to understand their culture, something which will be more important when you come here.
So, as we are concluding, do you have any 1 or 2 questions for me?
I think no, because we have been discussing a lot of things. I think I don't have a question. Maybe next time, if I have a question, I can post it on your YouTube channel, or I can send you a message so that you air it.
Yeah, so I would like to say, first of all, thank you so much for all the time we have been doing live with you many times. You have been on my channel, and you yourself, you have your own channel, though now you are busy finishing certain things, but I'll put your channel also on the link of this particular video, and I ask people to go and subscribe to your channel, because it's a better way to learn also from someone who is the winner. For me, I can talk a lot of green card lottery, but I didn't go through the process and experience and excitement and challenges like the one you are going through. So I want people to go to your YouTube channel also to subscribe. The link will be in the description of this particular video. So thank you so much, Carla. May God bless you, and we'll keep in touch. I want also, before we leave, I just want to show people again the neighborhood. People just want to know some of places people live here. So this is the neighborhood. Like, they have also a small park around here. You can be able to see. Yeah. So it depends on where do you live. It determines the price, the neighborhood, the level of the crime, how the apartment, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, what things are around. Like you see, the school is here. There is a little park you can be able to play around with your kids, but everything is clean, close by, kind of that. So, okay, Carla, thank you so much. May God bless you, and goodbye everyone. Remember to subscribe to Carla's YouTube channel too, and myself. All the best for the DV Lottery winners. Welcome everyone. This is EBM, and today we have a special guest today on the EBM Scholars. We are talking to one among the DV lottery winners. We know we are waiting for the results and the people are excited, so the better way is to bring someone here to share the experience as the DV lottery winner. Welcome, Christopher.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, first of all, introduce yourself.
I'm Christopher Masami, DV lottery winner of 1918, I think.
2018, yeah.
2018. I have been here for some times now, so I want to share something with you guys about green card, and it is the season now.
Yes, the results are coming out this Saturday, which is May 8th. I know people are excited. How excited were you when you find out you were the DV lottery winner?
It was a very excited moment, and it was very wonderful moment because I did not expect, and the news was coming during the night. For example, due to the hour difference between the US and Tanzania, so I was asleep by then. And once I got the news, it was very shock and happiness. It was such a good moment ever once I got the news of winning a green card lottery.
Yes. There are so many people who are still not believing that the green card lottery is real or you can win, and you are one among the winners. Can you try to convince or tell people about yes, it is real, and yes, you can apply, you cannot win, and you can win sometimes, as you as example?
This thing is real, and there is both possibility of winning and losing, but losing does not mean you disqualify to reapply. So what I can say is something is real, so you can, it is opportunity, so you can reapply, you can and you can win or lose, so anything can happen. So there is nothing scam on this, so people I encourage people to apply because anything can happen. So once you apply and you win, you can it is real, and it is real, and you're gonna have other step ahead after winning. So there is no need of scared or hesitating of applying or applying this green card lottery, because it is real and it is there for you. So there is no need of not to participate in this.
The good thing about you, before you won the DV lottery, you have been in America before as a Fulbright scholar for almost 1 year. 1 year. So my question, I cannot ask you what was your first time as a green card lottery in America, but I can say what was your experience of cultural difference between Africa and Tanzania in particular, and in America, either at the time of the experience as just a scholar, or now as a Fulbright scholar, or now as a green card winner, because now you don't have restrictions like while you are a scholar. What is the major maybe cultural difference or like excitement, like okay, there is a possibility of having a good life in America?
There is being a Fulbright scholar and a green card lottery winner or green card holder there is a huge difference in terms of restriction in working. So being a Fulbright scholar, there is a lot of restriction. You have like 20 hours of working, but being a green card winner, which means or green card lottery or green card holder, means like you can have you can work as long as you want. There is no restriction of hours of working or how many jobs you're gonna work. So there is a big difference in working permit and of course in being both. But in another perspective, being in the US and African or in Tanzania in particular, there is a lot of cultural difference because in the US, like, it is like a lonely country. People are stay indoor than outdoor. And in Tanzania or in African week, you can go anywhere. You can visiting people and welcome visitor or what is, and you can go
just showing up to someone's
home without even notification, invitation or whatever. But here is a little bit different culture, food, and so many things are completely different. So I got an opportunity of being a Fulbright scholar. So where I met even people from other countries like 20 or 80s or 100. So I learned different cultures, different people. I meet different people. So it was not a big deal for me to come as a green card holder or winner in the second time, because I have been here for 1 month, well, for 1 year, like 10 months. So I was aware of what is going on, how things are doing in the state and whatever.
When you are talking about the food, there is a little bit different. I mean, I don't know if there's a little or a lot, but what type of American food up to now you don't like at all? For me, I have a lot.
There are a lot, because, for example, something like salad is like
the
grasses. I can't eat those because
you're not a goat.
Yeah, it's like because once I tasted it, sometimes it's like we used to eat greens, but they cook the greens. But here they do not cook the greens. It's like grasses, typical, like you are eating like spinach without cooking, something like that. I can't do that. And maybe pizza. There is something which in African looks, the food here, for example, burger or whatever, they look like big deal in African, but to me it's not big deal. So I don't know, because sometimes I don't prefer to take those stuff. So I prefer to eat common food or African food.
Okay.
Because
when you started the life here, one of the things after winning is to find a host.
Mm-hmm.
And it happens that I'm your host.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
What is the relationship between you and I?
The relationship between you and I is blood relationship. He is my uncle, so and we grew up together, so we have a lot in common. So, but basically he is my bloody uncle. So
yes. that makes easier for
me to have host here. But the most important thing is to have a host, whether it's blood related or non-blood related. So when you have host, it reduces some cost of living, and as you come here as a stranger, you know nothing, you know nobody. So when you're having host, means you can have a place to stay and to have a process to have a card and whatever during this in you.
Another question which I wanted to ask you as a DV lottery winner is, how long did it take after arriving in America to get your actual green card, the actual card?
It take like I think one month. It depends on, there is a payment of $220. Yeah. When you pay I think the earlier the better. When you pay early, it facilitates to get the green card, the actual green card in early time. So you may pay such 220 before even coming in the US, which will facilitate them to process your card before arriving here. So when you get here, you can in a few days or like 1 month.
Yeah,
1 month.
3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah, you can have such a green card.
One of the things you mentioned about the green card holder or permanent resident, you can work many jobs you want, many hours you want. Let us start about looking for a job. Is it easier for a green card, if you have green card, to find a job here? And to get a job?
You can find a job here. It is easier because it depends on what type of job do you want. If it's general labor, it is much easier than other kind of job because they need experience and whatever. But there is two ways of looking a job. You can use employment agencies, or you can apply by your own. So using employment agents is much easier than starting your own. So you can choose either of the two.
Because the good thing about agents, they have to give you the job so that they can get money on your head.
Yeah.
So they will guarantee to get you a job.
Yeah. So you can starting with employment agencies for sometimes or for any moment when you arrive here. Then you can think on other opportunity.
Okay, so on looking for jobs, let me give example. You said someone, if you're looking for general labor, you have a degree in law, you have a degree in education, you have 2 degrees. But if someone, let's say, is a lawyer, or someone is already branch manager for the bank, or someone is already, let's say, is an engineer, will the person come here with a degree as engineer, or a lawyer, or a CPA, and next day become a CPA in America?
Being a CPA in America is a little bit difficult because the tax system in Tanzania and America is completely different. So you need to learn the issue of tax system, accounting, and so forth. But I think in job we are looking 2 things. We are looking money and experience. So when you want to get a job, is either you get experience or money. That is important. So when you come here with your other professional, you have to work, because you cannot stay for a while you are looking a job, or you are looking for your professional, because there is a certification here and so forth, a lot of stuff. So you can starting with the general labor while you are trying to go where you want to go first. So it is difficult because coming a lawyer, what they call international lawyer, and come from maybe Africa or Asia and come here and they want to practice law, because the procedures are different and so forth. So you have to take some time to learn or to get a certain certification, so that you can be complied with the other procedures and different in state. But you can do that because their system is open to anyone. So if you want to go there, you can go there. There is a lot of ways to get what you want to get.
Another question is, depending on the state, especially if you're in New York, for instance, there is a very good transportation system, public transportation. Majority of the states, they don't have good system. Like, you have to go to the bus, it will take 2 hours to go a distance, which you can go with a car for 15-20 minutes. Purchasing a vehicle in Tanzania, for your case, or in Africa, and purchasing the used vehicle, basic one, here in America, which one was easier for you because you own the vehicle in both areas?
Here is in the state is where the source of vehicle, here is where the vehicle comes from. We don't have much factory or industry which produce the vehicle in Africa or in Tanzania. So buying a vehicle in Africa is a little bit difficult than buying a vehicle here, because we don't have many vehicle industry in Africa. So you have to import from somewhere. So you buy there, for example, a certain amount of money. So you include the insurance for transportation. You include the transport fee. Then there is a tax. There is a lot of tax. So you have to pay tax in Africa, and which is a little bit complicated. There is a lot of charge. So it's like the tax in Africa is almost the same of the buying price of the vehicle in maybe in Japan or UK. So you may go to like it is a little bit huge compared to here. Here you can buy
and because you don't transport the car to another country, just buy and start using.
Also, there is a financing system, so you can take a brand new vehicle and paying a little, which is not easy to in Africa unless you buy a lot of cars. Maybe you go in Japan and buy maybe 30 cars, so they can give maybe 1 or 2 cars for on credit. But here there is a credit, so you can buy on credit and whatever, and there are a lot of used cars, so it depends on your purpose and whatever. It is easy here than there.
And it is speaking of the vehicle, the cars, here is not, in my opinion, which I want to ask you. In Africa, sometimes the brand of the car is going to matter a lot. I'm driving this kind of SUV, I'm driving this one. It's a prestige certain type of car. But here, because you are going to work to get money and pay bills and other things, do you think people value about especially majority of people, not like rich people, I'm talking the majority of people, do they value like I'm driving this Honda Civic or whatever? Is it a big deal here?
It is not a big deal because the majority, because buying a car sometimes it depends on a purpose of buying a car. What is the purpose? The purpose of buying a car, it may differ from one person to another. For example, I was buying a car so that I can move from one place to another, going to work and returning home, to get to the work on time and getting home on time. So that was my purpose. So what I want is the car is good enough to get me there. That was the big deal. But I think for those who have a precaution money or want to buy a car for prestigious, but majority of them, they don't care about it. They care if the ride is good for moving here and there. That is much important here, because.
Okay, I have another question, and this question is, some people when they come here, they want to figure out, if I'm the DV lottery winner, but I don't want to live for the rest of my life in America, I want to invest in Africa. You have that experience. For working hard, is it possible I can get enough money to start my business or like farming or something and build something in Africa or in my country? Or I'm coming from Philippines, or I'm coming from Nepal, I can build something in my country. I come here, I work for maybe 10 months, or I just send the money there. Is it possible? Or once you come here, you have to abandon everything you have in your country?
It is possible to transfer the capital from here to there because of international finance, because of currency exchange, because of the power of the currency. So you can get such advantage when you earn here. It is easier to transfer from US to your country and doing something there, or invest or doing business there. So you can get your capital in an easy way without him taking a loan, maybe, because having a business, because we say cash flow is the stomach of the business. So it is easier to establish business from your home country, from the source of money from US. So it is easy. You can come here. And working hard for sometimes, or working 2 to 3 jobs for sometimes, in order to get capital to establish a business at your home country. It is very easy, if you have those plans.
Yes. I ask that way because I don't want people to come here to think that if I go to America, I must just do everything in America. You have the option also, like doing things on your own country.
But it needs someone from your hosting country, and someone should be trustful and well understanding of the situation, because it happens you can send money and people, they consume the money without, and
you just go there and say, oh, we have this.
I built a house over there. When you go, where is my house? He showed nothing.
The swimming pool? It's just
he showed nothing, and this happened. But nowadays is like there is a lot of communication, WhatsApp, Telegrams group, photo and whatever, is compared to those times. Yeah. But sometimes he can take a snap of, maybe you build a school over there. He can take a public school and, hey, this is what I'm doing there, building for you, and something like that. So it needs someone who is trustful.
In the similar line, some people think that if you get a green card, you are the winner of the DV lottery, or you get a green card for any other means. Some people, they think, oh, you are now American citizen.
No.
Is a green card holder is the same as being American citizen?
He's not. There is difference between a green card holder and an American citizen. You can be an American citizen for certain time. I think 5 years.
After 5 years,
you can, if you want to, but if you don't, you can. So there are in working, the difference in between both in working is a little bit is not huge. For example, Americans green card holder are not required to work in many jobs from federal jobs, but in a state job you can work. For example, even in police there is a,
you can work at the police.
You can work at the police as a court, as a clerk, whatever. There are a lot of paralegal, whatever. There is a lot of job you can work as a green card holder in state and in federal.
Majority of the federal, you have to be a citizen.
You have to be a citizen. So that is the difference in terms of working. But yeah, so I think it is not a huge difference, but that is.
Yeah, so you have the option if you want to become a citizen or you don't.
Or you don't. Yeah. So
it's not going, oh, whatever. Depends on what do you want that citizenship for?
Yeah.
Just like you were saying, like, what is the overall purpose? Like, is it a mass? There are some countries that have dual citizenship. You can do, what are you gaining, what are you going to lose? You have to think all those kind of things. Yeah.
Sometimes you can think if you have dual citizenship in your country or not. So if you take the citizenship here, it affects your home country, and if you have maybe investment and whatever in your home country, so it depends what you're gonna lose, what you're gonna win. So it needs sometimes to consider other factors, socio-economic and whatever.
If someone has either is the DV 2021 winner or is going to be the winner for DV 2022, and he has maybe 3 hosts. One is in California, another one is maybe, let's say, in Ohio, another one maybe is in New York. Where would you advise a person to go and why?
I think Ohio. I think Ohio, because California and New York is the cost of living in California and New York much higher compared to Ohio. So it depends, because you come in state to spend or to do what. If you come to state, because the basic needs are almost the same. You can find maybe hospitals, maybe and other basic need.
Same Walmart,
same Target, whatever you stay in state. So the issue is what we hear from there. We hear New York, we hear California, so
Chicago.
So if you come here to see maybe movie stars or actors and whatever,
you'll never see them first of all.
Or you get, it's a prestigious state. Well, I'm living in California, so what? So
I remember while I lived in California. So I live in California. We have beach, you have everything, but do you afford even to go to the beach? You have to go to work to survive. Yeah. So you have the beach, but you cannot go there. You have Disney, you cannot go to Disney because just to get in is over $200. Why should I spend the money?
So I think I should consider the cost of living, how you're going to pay rent, how much is the rent, how much is the other available basic needs. So you can go in a state where you can have affordable state. I think that is much better than staying in a high expensive state.
If I may ask, maybe let's say the last question, do you have any regret for being a green card holder and being in America?
Till now, no, and I'm not sure. I think it will be. No, I don't have it, because it is opportunity of learning and seeing and acquire new things, trying to sharpen, to brighten mindset and whatever. So moving here from there is you get a lot of stuff, knowledge, and you see other opportunities. So it's like it is not easy to regret. It depends maybe on a person. To me, I don't have regret now.
Do you have any question for me before we end the interview?
No, maybe I can thank you for what you are doing, and I appreciate, because you help a lot of people, and people, they should consider and they think this is a platform, this is the way, because is a platform where you can get correct information. You know, there is a misinformation about the Western, about Europe and America, which make a lot of people to go crazy. So this is the only one and only platform where you can learn and acquire more. So try to subscribe with EBM Scholars.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate. And another time we'll ask you to come back to give some updates on something to other people.